Hello Palians! Singularity 6 are absolutely spoiling us this year. Just a few months ago we saw the launch of the Elderwood map, and now in today's of Barnes and Bride's update, we are seeing the introduction of a brand new skill, a major shakeup of the housing system, and a whole bunch of other things. To make sure you do not miss a thing, we are going to take a deep dive into the patch notes in this video, so you are ready for when the game goes live. Don't forget to like and also subscribe for more Palia content, but here is everything coming in patch 0.195. So first off, we obviously have to start with the biggest new feature that is coming in today's update, and that of course is the ranching skill, aka farm animals. And you're going to need your listening ears on for this, as there is definitely going to be a lot to learn. I'm going to start off by going over what is ranching exactly. Well, this is going to be a brand new skill, and as I said in the patch notes, it is going to focus on raising animals through various life stages, and as they grow, you'll be required to look after them by feeding them, petting them, and just generally caring for them. In return, the animals will provide you with some resources, and you will also be able to breed them. To be eligible to start caring for your animals, you must have completed the Like a Bird quest. That is the quest line where you earn your glider. And if you have completed this, Delilah will arrive on your plot and she will give you the recipe for the barn bell. You'll be required to craft and place the barn bell on your plot, and once you've done that, you will be given the option to fast travel to your very own ranch. The barn bell will act much like the stable signs that we already have, and if you haven't figured out, that means that your ranch will be a separate space from your plot. And here in this area, you will find lots of different sections for your animals to live and roam. There will be a cash register where you can purchase new animals and ranching supplies. There will be storage access points, so you will have easy access to get into things, and there is also a special dedicated breeding pen. We have a little bit of rationale from Singularity 6 as to why they have done it in this fashion and not just allowed us to have animals on our main plots. And this is mainly because it appears that it would have significantly restricted how many animals we could actually have on our plots and how we interact with them. So by having things on a whole separate ranch space, this means that we can have more fun ranch related activities and of course more animals. I think that this particularly may relate to like the Switch performance. At the minute, some things do struggle on the Switch, we all know that, so even adding this onto that would be a heavy load. So hopefully players are happy with the way that they've done it. I'm really not disappointed by this at all, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. As this is a skill, you will gain XP to level up your ranching skill, and as part of this progression, you will unlock more space for animals. Your ranch in total will be able to hold a maximum of 30 animals, which I think we can all agree that is a lot of animals. There is also a special ranching skills shop where you can unlock different things at different levels. Obviously, skill level ranch 1 is where you get your barn bell. At level 2, you will be able to purchase your very first pecky for 1,000 gold. Level 3 will unlock a variety of biscuits and cookies, which are treats for your animals. Level 4 will allow you to purchase a trufflet for 1,500 gold. And level 5 is where you will see your first increase of animal storage, and this will allow you 10 more animals on your ranch area. Level 6 will unlock even more cookies, including a never grow cookie, which may come in handy if you have an extra special creature you've grown attached to. Almus will unlock at level 7, and these will set you back 2,500 gold. Level 8 is another ranch upgrade with 10 more animals. Bumbles will unlock at level 9, and these cost 1,200 gold. And level 10 is the max level, and here you will unlock yet more treats for your animals, which can be purchased with medals, as you will also unlock the ability to earn ranch medals. And with that will come the weekly skill accomplishments. They will now become available. As you can probably tell from the shop at present, there are only 4 animals available. This is going to be expanded upon in the future, but for now you can get your hands on the Pecky, which is a chicken-like animal that produces eggs daily. Peckies have a low focus limit and they require a moderate amount of love and affection. There are trufflets, which are woolly pigs, and these will forage for a variety of mushrooms for you. They have a medium focus limit but require more attention than Peckies. You will also be familiar with Ormus, as they are obviously present in the ranch at Kilima, and these will produce milk. Ormus do have a high focus limit and they need a lot of love and attention. And finally, we have bees, which are called bumbles. They have a low focus limit and you can leave these alone for a while. As you imagine, they do produce honey. Animals also have different life stages. They start as babies, and of course, babies are adorable. And because they are still learning the ropes, they cannot produce resources. However, babies are learning, and at this stage in life, they can acquire new traits. There is also the adult stage, which is broken down into young adult, adult, and elder. Adults can breed with other adult animals and they can also produce resources. Finally, there is the venerated stage, which essentially means that this animal is entering their retirement stage in life. They're going off to the retirement home and living their best life there. Venerated animals cannot produce items or breed. If you want to, you can donate your animal in return for a treat bag, which will be filled with snacks for your animals. If you get particularly attached to a specific animal, do not worry, as there is a rare treat that can allow you to reincarnate them as a baby animal, and then you get to spend a whole other life with them all over again. When it comes to caring for animals, there are 3 things to consider. Their happiness. You can increase your animal's happiness by feeding them, petting them. If they are happy, this will increase their speed of production of their resource. You will have to check on your animal's happiness as it can decay over time. You will also have to think about their focus, which is essentially their hunger. As with happiness, this will get lower over time, and if an animal's focus drops below 24%, they will become very hungry, or more appropriately, hangry, and because of this, they will produce items very slowly. Animals will also have traits which can affect a number of different things, and there are hundreds of different traits to be discovered. Each animal can have up to 6 different traits, and they vary greatly from cosmetic ones, which will affect the appearance of your animal, to more practical things, which may affect things such as the resource production. Your animals will acquire traits when you first purchase them, and new traits will appear as they grow, and you can also obtain different ones through breeding. To breed, you just need to head over to the dedicated pen, and once you're here, you can choose 2 adult animals of the same species to breed. You can't mix different species and you can't mix different ages. They must be both adults. Just like in real life, your new baby animal will have the chance to inherit traits from each of its parents, or they may be totally brand new. It is a little bit of luck there. Breeding is hard work and your animals will need a bit of a rest afterwards, so there is a cool down to this. So breed wisely and be prepared for a little wait before meeting another newborn. As I mentioned earlier, you can purchase treats from your animals from the ranch shop, but what exactly are treats? Well, these are special items that you can feed to your animals, and this will give them special effects, benefits, or adjustments. The treats do come in different levels of rarity, and ones provided in the ranch store will be at a basic level, but do not worry, there are other ways to obtain more advanced one. For example, you can receive the treat pack for completing this month's bulletin boards also. If you want a little insight into what they do, the Name Well cookie allows you to rename an animal. So if you do make a typo, don't worry. And yes, this does also confirm that you can name your very own animals. The cookie of the day grants a single random cosmetic traits, and the Divine Donut is the rare treat that I mentioned earlier that will allow an animal to return to a baby all over again. All of the features here are going to be standard play, but there is one aspect that they have added to the premium store, and I'll go into more detail in that in the premium store section of the video. But this is the handler's license that will allow you to show off one of your farm animals, and it will act as your very own pet. In the Palia path, the devs did mention that they will be working on more additions down the line, and they have given a little bit of a glimpse as to what they are working towards. This includes multiplayer support. At launch, the ranching skill will be something that players can only do solo, but they are working towards this being a multiplayer activity where you can invite friends over to help them care for your animals. They're also working on giving players more control over which pens your animals can go into, so hopefully that will be coming soon too, just to give you a bit more freedom with your organization. We also know that there'll be new animal types coming in future patches. I wonder what they could be. Overall, I am pretty impressed with how intricate the whole ranching system seems. It is far more than I thought it would be, with the addition of things such as traits and breeding. I was fully expecting just to have an all-moo roll up at my plot, and I was just going to be able to milk it. So I'm very glad that it is very in-depth here, and it looks like there's going to be a lot more possibilities in the future. I think I'm most excited for breeding my animals and seeing what traits they will have. But let me know in the comments what you're most looking forward to. The second huge addition in this patch is of course a brand new home line, which is the Alchemist cottage. At present, obviously the main housing decor feature all revolves around the harvest houses and the ability to add things onto them like rooms and the windows, etc. But this brand new line brings a brand new aesthetic and also more creative freedom. The most important thing to know is how you get your hands on these new buildings. Just like the harvest house, you'll be able to purchase them from the City Hall store. You must have made it to furniture level making 10 to unlock this. There are a couple of prefab rooms which come with features already attached to them, and you can actually detach them or kind of add things on as you see fit. The devs have stated that you must purchase the prefab A before you purchase the prefab B, the base room, or the wooden stairs. They have also recommended that you buy more base rooms so that you can build out of your cottage. We currently don't have prices, but hopefully, fingers crossed, they will be affordable. So how do the home lines vary from what we currently have? Well, here are some capabilities that decorators will be able to experiment with. Firstly, you will be able to stack rooms on top of each other. This will give you 2 stories. In order to access your second story, you will also be able to place stairs inside of your houses. The buildings will also come with more wall customization, allowing you to change or remove walls totally, even if they are not connected to another room. So this means you could have a whole open space and kind of looking out into the world. So no longer will you have to glitch your houses to get this effect. This feature also applies to floors, and you can remove them between the levels if you want more of a high ceiling look. If you enjoy creating attics, this will also be included as a function here, and similarly you can choose to hide roofs to create outdoor patio spaces too, so it will just give you a flat roof instead that you can decorate on. You can also attach building add-ons at the special spots that appear to include things such as windows. Players can also put things on the roofs, which includes kind of overgrown ivy, which we've seen from the footage. This makes me very happy. And as we've seen in the past, there will also be the group select, where if you pick up one kind of story, everything connected to it will move with it. Although the new home line does look very different and comes with some new features, some of the things will act in a similar fashion. For example, the buildings will count towards your overall limit, and there is a limit on how many rooms you can have. For this, you can have 10 connected rooms. Sadly, you won't be able to connect the new home lines to the existing ones we have, so this means you won't be able to add them or connect them to the harvest house. You also won't be able to add on the harvest house add-ons to these building lines, which is a little bit sad, but because of the way that they've been created, I think that's the reason for this. Again, just like the ranching skill, they have reiterated that this system is a work in progress and there's going to be improvements coming down the line. So if you experience issues, you have any feedback, or you just have a suggestion as to how it may be made better, then definitely give your feedback back to the team so that maybe they will take that on board when considering what to work on next. But in summary, I love the aesthetics of these new houses. They give Tamala house vibes, and I definitely can see some of the aspects from her house, and I'm very excited to experiment and play around with these and have a whole kind of different looking plot. It will be very exciting. If you thought we were done with friendship quests, well, you were wrong, as there is a brand new friendship quest line coming with the gardener. If you've got that far in the game, you will recognize this statue, person, robot, Golder, I don't really know what to call them, but it is from the Earth Temple. And if you've fully completed the Earth Temple quest line, Ina will show up at your plot when you log in after the update and start your friendship journey with the gardener. As always, to raise friendship levels, you'll need to talk to him and bring him gifts. If you reach friendship level 2, you will unlock a further quest to bring him to live with you on your housing plot. During the questline, players will learn more about connecting all of the Golder through the Flow network and Ina's reservations about this. If you complete all of the questline, you will receive a one-of-a-kind decorative item. I'm very intrigued to see what this will be. I'm hoping it is something garden related. It would be rude if it wasn't. Let me know if you've completed all of your friendship quests and if you're excited for more. Last month, we saw the introduction of the Bulletin board quest to Palia. If you've been away from the game, these are essentially patch-long turn-in quests where you must donate the specific items that feature on the board. If you missed the last update, the board is in the center of Kilima for you to go and have a look at it. There were some criticisms from the community about this one that we had with the flower bloom. I personally did enjoy it, but it was a slog to try and get your hands on those cotton balls and the lilacs, so it did drive me a little bit crazy. They definitely could have made that a little bit easier. This month, the bulletin board is back again, but this time it has a country fair quest theme. For completing the board, this time you'll receive the Rancher's Decor Recipe Starter Pack, which for this patch is only available through the board. However, unlike the special nameplates we saw with August patch, we are assured that these items, the starter pack, will be obtained in other ways in the future. So if you do not manage to complete the bulletin board for this patch, do not worry, you may just have to be a little bit patient. It also sounds like you'll be able to get your hands on some treats for your animals and other goodies. We did get a potential snapshot at what these items may be included in the bulletin board in the Palia Path video. We don't know if for sure these are what the items are going to be, but they seem very on theme to the country fair, and these do not seem too hard to obtain, so hopefully the devs have listened to the feedback. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. I think it's kind of a nice thing for kind of later game players. Obviously, it is a bit harder for those of you that are newer to the game, but either way, it is something there. It's something extra if you're looking to how to kind of fill your time. As I just said, if you do complete the bulletin board bundles, you will receive the starter kit for the Rancher's Decor set, and this will allow players to bring the ranch back to your plot with you so you can decorate with all of those lovely themed items. You will receive the starter kit from the board, and this will give you access to 3 initial items: the Rancher's apple bag, the milk jug, and the barrel. Yes, I said barrel. Yes, I'm a very happy lady. Finally, we get the good barrels. Once you have the kit, you'll then be able to learn the rest of the recipes through inspiration when crafting, and there are over 20 items in this set. We've already had a good sneak peek at some of these items, and they all vary from hay piles, sacks of apples, jars, carts, and more. There is also a brand new rustic fence which comes in 3 different sections. Let me know in the comments which one of these items you're most looking forward to, but of course, the barrel is the only correct answer. People have asked for quests, so now we are getting them daily. We got a snapshot of this in the Palia Path video, but every real-life day, players will receive 2 randomly selected quests. Each quest will be focused on helping the community, and there are currently 200 possibilities of quests. If you do not like your daily chosen quest, you'll be given the option to re-roll the daily quest using re-roll credits. Players will be granted 10 re-roll credits per patch, so use them wisely. But what will you receive for completing these quests? Well, this is another way that they are adding something new, and specifically a whole brand new currency called Tailor Tickets. Tailor tickets are going to allow players to express their creativity by giving us more customization options for styling. You'll be able to spend them to unlock new color palettes for hair, makeup, and facial hair. For this patch, they have included 12 new in-game brands, and across these brands, there are over 100 color palettes which contain more than 3,000 colors. That is a lot of colors, and to make it a little bit easier, they have also added a brand new color picker tool to make it navigating this whole thing a little bit easier. You will also notice that they have expanded the basic color options from 25 to over 60. So even like the base level, you'll have something to kind of play around with. As was stated in the Palia Path video, this will be expanded upon in the future to cover things such as outfits. They even mentioned some exclusive things. So even if you don't want to change your color of your makeup or your hair, I would definitely start earning those rewards, because I can only imagine that these will likely be more expensive in the future. But either way, it's a nice thing to see that they are giving us more activities to do in the game. If all of that was not enough, we are also getting brand new plushies. Recently in the Discord, we were given the power to vote for a future plush, and there were some rumblings about why the Duskwing butterfly was not included, and we were told that this was already planned, and well, here it is. This is truly a thing of beauty. It may even be my favorite plush ever. To get your hands on this one, as you can imagine, it will drop from Duskwing butterflies, which are found within the Magi's Hollow area between 3 AM and 6 PM. These are quite rare, but I have caught a few here in the past using honey lures. Good luck getting your hands on this one. When we got the shark fin plushes, I definitely was not one bit underwhelmed when we saw the size of the shark fin plush. Okay, who am I kidding? I was very disappointed. It is tiny. The devs must have heard about our rumblings, because we now have the extra large shark fin plush. This one is acquired in the same exact way as the normal river shark fin plush, so you have even more reason to go fishing yet again. You might be thinking, what on earth are those potato pods? Well, we have 10 brand new shiny potato pods that are making their way into the game. These will be obtained from shiny pod prize bags, and as you can see, they are literally glowing. You will also notice that when you log in today, autumn has arrived in Kilima. We will see the return of fallen leaves and warm, cozy tones throughout the village. They have also let us know that the spooky moonstraw will be arriving in the next update, so we can get ready for the spooky season. If you weren't playing Palia last autumn, this is the store where you can buy all of the pumpkins, floating candles, leaf piles, and more. Players will also notice that there is a brand new tab in the inventory menu. This is the new currency sub-tab, and here you will be able to track all of the different funds, including your skill medals, premium currency, gold, and infected essence. Although I don't think this is really needed, it's nice to have it all in one place that is easy to view. If you are like me, you may also sometimes miss notifications when you receive a plush. However, this should now be a thing of the past, as there is now new celebratory notifications. These notifications will include a special notification if you have discovered a plush for the very first time. If you have been working on completing your bundles and you've donated something and then you realize you need an item back, you can now reclaim items from bundles that have not yet been completed. So I'm not sure if this is going to work for the bulletin board. I hope it does, but either way, it's nice to have that little bit of flexibility. Now it's time to look at some bug fixes, and as always, I'll give you a roundup of the top ones that are probably going to be of most importance to you. Firstly, they have deployed a fix to the prison bid quest. Some players were unable to receive an item from the dirt patch during the quest. They have also fixed this and a few other issues connected to this quest line. I always thought that it was intentional that the dowsing rod would detect infected essence. Turns out it wasn't, and this has been rectified. If you've participated in the new flower bloom event, you may have noticed that some of the weeds were spawning inside of rocks. From today, this should no longer be an issue, so you won't look like a crazy person for watering a rock any longer. Speaking of the flower bloom event, they have also fixed the blue bush displaying as black. Thank you very much, I need that for my plot. There is a huge list of everything that they have done in the patch notes, and this month it does look like they have been focusing really hard to try and fix up some of the quests that people are having problems with. I highly recommend, if you are having an issue with one of them, that you go and have a look at the list. I have put it in the description below. And finally, let's head to the premium store. Firstly, we have a brand new edition of the Handler's License, and this will give you the ability to treat one of your ranch animals as your own pet, so you can take them out on adventures with you. For this, you will need to buy a license for the specific species, and then you will be able to use any animal within that species that you raise on your farm as your pet. For example, if you buy a Pecky license and you raise 10 Peckies, you will be able to select any one of those to be your pet and kind of interchange them out whenever you want to. As the ranch animals all have potential to have different appearances, there is going to be lots of potential for different colours of pets, so you can mix and match your Peckies to your outfits. At this time, you can buy licenses for Peckies, Trufflets, and Bumbles. The Ormu will be coming in a future update. Each of the licenses cost 2,550 Palia coins. It is worth noting that with the Trufflet, it will only appear in baby form even if it is an adult, and this is due to its size. I'm kind of surmising that this is why the Ormu is going to be coming at a later date, because he is a very big boy. You cannot buy a license for an animal you don't own, so be sure to start playing and doing your ranching skill before you go ahead and spend your money in the premium shop. To celebrate the license's arrival, there is also going to be a special bundle in the shop called the Handler's Essentials Bundles. This includes the Pecky, the Trufflet, and the Bumble Handler's licenses, the Ormu Enthusiast outfit, and the Apiarist outfit. If you were to buy each of these separately, it would cost you over 10,000 Palia coins, but for this bundle, it is available for 5,312 Palia coins, and it will be around until September 29th. If you have some of these items already, then the price will be adjusted accordingly. If you watched the full Palia Path video, you may have caught a glimpse at this outfit. This is the Little Red, and this will be coming to the premium shop today. It includes a top and a bottom, and the outfit will cost 2,550 Palia coins. Another new outfit landing today is the Valedictorian, which has 3 varieties, and it is a top and a bottom piece. These cost 850 each, or 1,700 for all varieties. Peckies will also be coming into the shop as pets. These cost 1,275 Palia coins each, and there are 3 varieties. These are the Bahari Pecky, the Barafan Pecky, and the Umbran Pecky. A new glider has also been added, and this may be the cutest glider yet. This is the Boss Balloon, and it has a strong resemblance to those balloons that we are normally shooting out the sky in the Magi Market. The animation of this one is absolutely adorable. This glider will cost 1,275. If you're after a more traditional glider, there is the shiny pearlescent glider for 425 coins. There is also the full toolskin set, which is associated with the Little Red outfit, and this one also costs 425 Palia coins, and this can be applied to all of your tools. If you want to continue to live out your farm dreams, there is also a brand new Harvest Homestead landscape, which is a farm-themed landscape with rolling crop hills and some fun farm buildings. This landscape costs 2,550 coins. The second wave of the premium shop will be coming on September 23rd, and here there is the absolutely precious Rose Garden outfit, which has a hat, top and bottom piece, and it comes in 3 varieties. It will cost 1,275 each, or 2,550 for all 3. There is also the new toolskin set, which is called the Storm Pact. These glow with an otherworldly violet color, which is very fancy. This set will put you back 1,275 Palia coins. So that is absolutely everything. I think this might be the longest patch notes video that I've ever done. I'm in absolute shock. I was not expecting this after the Elderwood, and it does look like there is a lot to this, and it is definitely going to be something to keep you entertained for a long while. I really hope the patch goes as planned, and fingers crossed we will back in the game very shortly and being able to get our hands on our very own farm animals. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon. Enjoy the update. Bye bye.